Hello, hypothetical audience. I'm JJNW'S Ghost, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So, a couple minutes ago, I would just finished recording an episode where I was talking about Pokemon Journeys and my problems with it. But the problem with my video about the problems of the show, it was just really unfocused. It wasn't incoherent rambling, but it was definitely just kind of rambling that was going nowhere. Even more so than my usual videos. Believe me, that's saying a lot. So I kind of still want to talk about this and like really make a video on it, but I want to try to make it a lot more focused and cleaner, I guess. So essentially, here is my problem with Journeys. Problem number one, I just really wanted a Galar anime. I love Sword and Shield. I love the competitive nature of the region, and I think that would have fit Ash really well. I think Ash would have loved Dynamax battling, and the one time when he did, he was like, "Yeah, this is really cool." And having him like really try to learn that, develop that, would have been fun to watch. Excuse me. But alas, we didn't get it. And I'm not going to try to lament the fact that I didn't get a Galar anime, because I don't want to be mad at Journeys for what it isn't. But I will be mad at it for what it is. What it is on paper sounds really, really cool. So Ash and his new buddy Go are working for a professor. It's his name is Sakuragi in Japanese. I don't know what his English name is, but he's a new guy. He's anime only. So the two of them work for him, go to different places. They're essentially just like research Pokemon, just like see cool stuff, take cool pictures of Pokemon, like send it to him, blah, blah, blah. That's fine, actually. I like that. Especially because, it has this world, trotting adventure kind of thing. So we're going to see, all these kinds of regions. We might see a lot of recurring characters. Ash could get a really unique team. Like, oh, here's some Pokemon from this region, here's Pokemon from this region. Maybe try to get some fan-favorite Pokemon on his team that he's never had before. Cool. So what's his goal, though? So his goal is he's entered into the PWC, short for the Pokemon World Championships, because he saw the finals, which was between Lance and Leon. Leon won. Leon is undefeated. He is the champion of Galar, for those who are unfamiliar. Ash and Leon have a battle. Leon wins, and Leon's like, hey, you want to challenge me again? And I know you do, and I want you to battle me again, because that was really fun. But you want to do it again, we got to do it the right way. Enter the championships, battle your way up to me, and we can do this again. Sound good? And Ash is like, oh, you had me at hello. So Ash enters, and he's starting to do this thing. That all sounds amazing. But my problem with it is, well, I guess we'll kind of address both problems. Both the World Trotting Adventure part and the PWC. So the World Trotting Adventure, to me, has two major problems. One, it's super episodic. I mean, most Pokemon animes are episodic. It's like, oh, Ash and our heroes are trying to go to this town for this gym, but they've stumbled across this town that's not in the games, and today's Pokemon is Magnemite. Here's an episode about Magnemite and a power plant. That's an episode in Kanto. Or it's like, hey, we haven't done a Flabébé episode yet, and this is Kalos, so here's some random town and some Flabébé lore, so here's an episode. But, I mean, I still kind of like that, because, I mean, you do get some kind of world building, and you get the world building and stuff in Journeys, too, don't get me wrong, but I think what helps is there is a defined goal in the regional anime, and you feel like you're getting closer in every episode, even if it's filler, because at the very least you're getting to a new town, and sometimes you kind of hear a little bit about the next town or the next gym, so it kind of leads up to it. In Journeys, it's not the case. Episodes are, I don't want to say purely self-contained, because, I mean, so Go's goal, just really quick, is he wants to catch every Pokemon to catch Mew. Because, like, he is obsessed with Mew because he met it when he was a kid, and he's like, I want that Pokemon. He wanted it to be his first Pokemon, then realized, wait, no, that's dumb. Instead, I'm going to catch one of every Pokemon and end with my dex with Mew, which is honestly really cool. So, Go catches Pokemon all the freaking time. So, in the Institute, like, you just see his Pokemon roaming around. That's the biggest source of continuity. Because, they'll be in, like, Unova one episode, back in Vermilion City, because the Institute's in Vermilion City. In Vermilion City for the next one, and then the next episode is, like, Sinnoh. Which is cool, but I do kind of miss that sense of, like, continuity within the actual series itself. That was problem number one. Problem number two with the World Trotting Adventure is just Ash's team. So every time he goes to a new region, with the exception of Johto, and I guess the Orange Islands, but he resets with nothing but Pikachu. And what he had said, I don't remember when he said it. I think it was either Hoenn or Sinnoh. He explained why he did it. He said, when I first went on my journey, it was just me and Pikachu. And if I'm, continuing my, so if I'm going to a new region, I want to explore it fresh. I want to see all the new Pokemon, but I want to do it without having others to kind of, like, other strong Pokemon to back me up. I want it to just be me, Pikachu, and the new region. And I actually do kind of like that. I know people are like, why does he release all his Pokemon? Why does he get rid of them? Well, he doesn't release all his Pokemon, except some of them, because some actually get released, and some of that can be kind of dumb, I won't lie. They're like, why does he dump all his Pokemon? Because he just wants to start fresh. It's like, when you start a new Pokemon game, you start fresh. I actually kind of like that. But here, he's not starting a new adventure in a new region. He's just going to different places. Like, honestly, it's a lot like the Battle Frontier. Like, there is a goal, you gotta do all this cool stuff, but you're not doing a new region, so there's no real need to drop your team. In the Battle Frontier, I think it was like it was like still part of the Pokemon Advance, which is like the Hoenn series. So after Hoenn was done, he kept his Hoenn team for the most part. He kept Grovyle, Tailo, and Corphish. I mean, Pikachu. I think he dropped Torkoal and Glalie, but when he was there, his Fanfi followed him. So he was like, cool, Fanfi, we really didn't hang out that much in Johto. Join the team. So Fanfi joined the team. And then it later evolved and became Donphan. So now in Journey, it's like he does leave the Alola team back in Alola, so I guess it kind of makes sense for him to start fresh and be able to catch stuff. But there's no reason for him to not use his previous Pokemon. But he doesn't. Like, we only just saw his previous Pokemon with the exception of the Alola team, because he went to Alola. When he went to Alola, he visited that team. But he's right now in Vermilion City. His Pokemon are in Pallet, and he just visited them in the last episode, which was 68. Why? Like, he's doing the PWC battles. Like, he's advanced a couple classes. He's fought Karina, so he's fought a previous gym leader that he had an arc with. He's fought Iris, who was the Unova champion not too long ago. And she had her Dragonite, who had a rivalry with his Charizard. He could have brought Charizard there. That would have been cool. That would have had, almost kind of finished that story that was budding. But no, he just used his new Pokemon. I like his new Pokemon, but they're a little homogenous. Well, not homogenous, like homogeneous? They're all freaking Kanto. Pikachu, Dragonite, Gengar. All Kanto Pokemon. Lucario isn't, Dracovish isn't. Galarian Farfetch'd, which falls into Sirfetch'd, it's kind of in the middle. It's a Galar Pokemon, but it's a form of a Kanto Pokemon, but then it evolves into a Galar Pokemon that didn't exist, but again, it still came from a Kanto Pokemon. I feel like it still is part of the problem. And I mean, the most recurring previous Pokemon is Mr. Mime, which was never Ash's, it was his mom's, which is Kanto. I still like them, but when you're having like this globe-trotting adventure, you're going to all these different regions all the time, and he's still catching new stuff, why aren't we getting like a Unova Pokemon? There was an episode when they did a raid battle with it was a Golurk. It was a giant Golurk. I was like, that would be cool. I mean, because it's giant, they might think, oh, it's too broken, like it's too strong or it's too tanky. But the fact that, its movement is severely hindered, at least I think it was. It might have been really fast for no reason. But there's a way you could maybe balance it. It's a unique Pokemon for him to catch. It's a Ghost type. He doesn't have a Ghost type. He didn't catch the Gengar yet. It's a Unova Pokemon. Let's go. No, Go caught it, and then Ash later gets Gengar. Okay, I like his Gengar. I like Gengar as a Pokemon, but That would have been cool. Or like the Flygon episode. Ash, like, there's a part where Ash is like kind of depressed and out of his element because he lost the battle pretty bad, and what snaps him out of it is Go does a battle, like they do a raid battle against the Flygon. Go does some like crazy shit in the battle, and Ash is like, "Huh, that was really cool, Go. I wish I could do that." And Go's like, "Where do you think I learned it from? I learned it from watching you, Dad." Sorry, I threw the dad part in there because I was referencing an old drug PSA. He's like, "I learned it from watching you. You are awesome." And Ash is like, "Oh, you're right. I am awesome. Thanks, buddy. No problem." But you didn't really need Go for that. I mean, I like the friendship aspect there. Like, it is cool. I do like their bond. But you could have just had Ash get himself out of it, do something cool, and add a cool Pokemon to his roster from a region that wasn't Kanto. That's really it. I mean, like, the actual episodes themselves, I think, are fine for the most part. I didn't really like the new one, mostly because they're, like, really hyped up in marketing that, yo, Infernape's gonna be back. I'm like, yo, Infernape's back. It's gonna have a fight with Moltres. That's gonna be really cool. If you've seen Infernape do stuff in the promo, you've seen it in the episode. He's barely in the episode. I can't even say he jobs against Moltres because he doesn't get knocked out. He just uses his moves once, doesn't really land a blow, and then Gary just kind of takes over. Then Ash going to see his previous Pokemon. Does he bring any of them with him? You're like, hey, like, Gibble, you want to join my team? You know, there's a Sinnoh remake coming out. Ooh, maybe we should get a Sinnoh Pokemon on the team. I mean, he does. He has a Lucario. But it's like, maybe we should bring Gibble back and, like, do some cool stuff with it. Nope. He visits them. Does he really hang out with his Pokemon? Not really. There's, like, maybe 30 seconds total. And then they just kind of get ignored. I mean, I didn't even see a Sceptile. It's one of his, like, signature Pokemon. It was the signature Pokemon of the home and run. I don't think it was in the episode. Why? It was just... The episode to me was a missed opportunity. And I really feel like Journeys is a missed opportunity based on purely what it is. We're going everywhere across the land. We're going to travel across the land. No, across the land, far and wide, reach my hand up. And so, crap, now I'm forgetting the lines from the anime. Anyways, if you're going all over the world seeing cool Pokemon, give him Pokemon from all around the world, not just Kanto. If you're having him battle people, you know, for this giant world championship thing that is not region focused, let him use his previous Pokemon. That's what they're there for. That's what we want to see. Yes, I like the new team. Yes, I do want to see them do cool stuff too. But have there be a balance. Like, hell, he didn't even show his new Pokemon in that episode. Like, he's visiting all his old crew. And you would think Ash would be like, hey, you want to meet the new squad? You want to meet my Lucario? You want to meet my Dragonite? You want to meet Dracovish? No. That doesn't happen. Why? Ugh. Do I like it? Yes. I think. But man, they really dropped the Pokeball on this one.